Welcome everybody. Thank you all for tuning in today. We busted out the cell phone to make a real quick video because this box just showed up and we think it's some pretty significant news. I'm just a couple hours away from having to go finish my packing last minute and get on a plane for Sea Otter. So we wanted to just, get a quickie out here because this product is dropping and I think a lot of people are going to be interested in it. So excuse the audio and video quality if it seems a little less than normal. But I have an old Fox 36 here for comparison's sake, just icky, disgusting, old, antiquated piece of equipment right here. I don't know who would want to run this on their bike. I would. This thing's awesome. But the new Fox 36 seeks to maintain the all the same ride characteristics and qualities, but make a couple of improvements, some of which many of you riders may have had some issues with in the past. So let's pull this thing out of the box here. All right, well, looks like we got the upgrade to the factory orange here for the new 36. One of the big things to note on this new fork is the updated crown design. Now, Fox wanted to do a couple of things with this fork. One was they wanted to try and drop some weight, which they did, about 20 grams. Secondarily to that, the engineers were trying to increase steer tube overlap at the CSU, which is, I guess, kind of like that crown steer unit assembly. It's been an area that some people have had some issues with, some noise, some creaking, whatever, and we'd like to think that this new design from Fox was an attempt to improve on that design, and by all intents and purposes, it looks like what they've done here is going to make that a thing of the past. So they've been able to increase stiffness, improve durability of that CSU, and drop 20 grams while doing it. Let's just put these things out on the scale, right? This 36 that we have here, uncut steer, no star nut in there. So we will do a little weigh in on both of these forks to see if in fact the weight has been dropped. So bear with me here. Let's rotate that. 4 pounds and 13 ounces for this fork. I'm gonna pull off these little bleeder caps right here. Every gram counts. You guys know that. Spend hundreds of dollars to save grams, right? Anyhow, this one here is, can you guys see that? 4 pounds, 11 ounces. So, and that one tipped out right at 4 pounds, 14 ounces. So 3.5 ounce difference. That's, I guess, it all adds up, right? Ounces make pounds and pounds make pain, as they say. So the new 36, biggest real change to the fork itself is going to be that upper crown. Beyond that, you're going to carry over a lot of the same features. You've got the K-bolt, however you want to pronounce that. We are big fans of floating axles. If you guys haven't seen, we've made some videos in the past, but one of the real benefits about these axle designs is that you don't have to rely on over torquing the side of that axle, which essentially can bind the fork, right? I mean, if you look right here, as I press that in, you can see the end of that axle wanting to come out. So if people will get, real ham-fisted and tighten that axle up, you're gonna actually flex that fork in, and as these stanchions slide down into the fork tubes, they're gonna also follow that bend, which is gonna create friction, not gonna give you as smooth and supple of a feel, which this fork really excels at. So by being able to rely on this locking in that axle tightness and keeping this thing properly spaced just for the dimension of your hub, you can snug up the axle. You don't have to get over crazy tight worrying that it's going to slide out, you've got this to do that job. So we're big fans of that. Obviously, we've got the bleeders on the back of this fork here. You've also got these bypass channels which carry over from previous forks, so that's not new, just features that continue on. And we think we're actually very critical in making the new updated forks of the last couple of years big progressions in terms of performance and feel out on the trail. So let's see if I can get both of these here in frame for you guys. Let's do this so they're matching. Hopefully this will give you guys a little bit of a comparison. Again, I apologize for doing this on a cell phone, but the crew is limited today. We're trying to get out the door for a lot of stuff here, so figure it's better than nothing. There you have it. So as far as from what I'm seeing in person, this, let me put one of these down here. This part of the crown is quite a bit thicker than this one. So you can see that there's definitely more material up here than on that outgoing fork crown. That is obviously going to make a big difference. Similarly, if you look at the back end, there's going to be a lot more material there, all built up here around that bottom of that steer tube coming out here. So this is just a lot more material holding onto that thing, which is going to, I'm sure, increase rigidity, durability, and reduce in the unfortunate circumstances of that creak or crack sound that some of you guys may have experienced. So we're going to mount this thing up on a bike. Excited to give it a test ride and see how it does. We've got a couple bikes out there that are good candidates for this thing. So make sure you guys stay tuned. We actually just filmed a video a few days ago about which fork is the right fork for you. How do you pick the right fork? And in that, we really address kind of some thoughts and concepts and theories as to, picking the right fork chassis, 34, 36, 38. What do you really need versus what do you think you need? And we're anticipating some people, thinking that they really have to have a 38 fork and that they're too good for a 36. But I implore you guys to go to our website, check out Greg Minnaar riding this new 36. And if you think you can go as fast and as big as Greg Minnaar on his 36, I don't know. Maybe you need to get a 38 because you're just too good and too rad. But if Greg can ride one, I think I can ride one. So thank you guys very much for watching. Thanks to Fox for sending this fork out. Again, stay tuned for a review. We're gonna get this thing mounted up. Lots of other cool stuff going on right now. We've got some giveaways on the website. So check out the site, go sign up for our text group where we're gonna be giving away a lot of cool stuff, some big discount codes in the bike industry world from some really cool brands. So thanks again, you guys, for watching. We appreciate you. Have a great weekend, and hopefully we'll see some of you guys out at Sea Otter. Thanks.